right now, pal. I think you should be called the Parfessor, because all this young man does is rack up par.
Parfessor. I love that, actually.
You are? Oh, he's the Parfessor. He's the Parfessor.
Let's go.
And if you're looking for collaborations, try and reach out.
We're here at Pebble Creek, located in Colts Neck. Trying to play a public golf course here. Pebble Creek Golf Course with power lines going right through it. Outside of that, the course is in pretty great shape. You can see there's a major highway over here, but each one of these holes are pretty independently nice. Of course, you won't be able to find on Golf Now. There's no deals on Golf Now. And in general, it's kind of tough to book it. You gotta almost book the tee time without knowing the price is unique in itself. It does not have a liquor license, so if you come here, bring your own beers. That won't take away from your golf experience here at Pebble Creek Golf Club, one of the most underrated family-owned golf courses in New Jersey. It stays true to its roots here at Pebble Creek. Now we're going to look at the inside of the clubhouse, see what it has to offer food-wise before we go out there and hit a range. But most importantly, we're going to look at some of the essential equipment needed to make a golf course to what it needs to be to charge $150. You got the starter hut right there, but you have a memorial of the 9/11, which is awesome. So that's a great thing to see on a golf course, those little memorials. You see them more likely than not on those family-owned golf courses, but even Jaworski has a few memorials on his courses in South Jersey. Located in Monmouth, New Jersey, central, almost closer to New York City. The course stretches 6,325 yards, but it looks like it could go up to 6,400 yards. Some of those back tees I could see were pretty aggressive. The course is in great shape. I thought this was one of the more underrated golf courses for the best bang for your buck here in Jersey. It's a par 71 with a slope of 121 and a rating of 70. Of course, isn't that old, being built in 1996 during the big rush of golf courses being built. It was built by famous golf architect Hal Purdy. Now he's a legendary one. He's built all 18 holes here at Pebble Creek Golf Course. Now it could have been built in 1992, at least that's when it broke ground. I can't figure that out yet, but more likely than not, it's pointing to 1996 that this course was completed and opened. Now Purdy's put a lot of golf courses down on the maps. He's got hundreds of them all throughout New Jersey, upstate New York. Some of the ones, I guess you could say, in the Toms River area that's jumping out. Ocean County, Frog Pond, that was one that was jumping out. Ocean Acres, we played that one before. And then Medford Lakes Country Club. That we haven't played. We're looking forward to maybe trying to get onto something like that. Fortunately, Mr. Purdy has passed away, but he's put together some great golf courses that we're still able to play, some private, some public that we can view on this channel. Hopefully we'll get out some of these private ones. This course doesn't play long. I tell you what, they're playing up on them on Saturday and Sunday. You can tell that the tee boxes moved up to get pace of play a little bit faster. Turns into a whole nother course here. It plays true to more of a 6,000 on the dot yards, but the placement of the second shots seem to be pretty important here, because you can find yourself on those tree lines that are trouble. There's power lines throughout this golf course I've never seen before, and that does take away, at least in my opinion. I'm going to try not to ding it too much, but there was power lines. You would look up, you look down, there's power lines everywhere around here. That doesn't take away from it. It's still an incredibly well-designed golf course. It's unfortunate, but you know, it's still well maintained, and these family-owned courses, a lot of respect to them, because it takes a lot just to have one course, taking care of that one course and maintaining it. You look at these other courses that have multiple, a company owning multiple courses, and you have one superintendent taking care of all of them. Even though it's a big job for that person, they're still able to pull a lot of resources in. And we don't know if that's the case here, but being in the Colts Neck area with a lot of great golf courses in the area, you would think that there's probably a good amount of resources being thrown around. To walk the course on the weekend, I can confidently say it was around $50. It's just the perfect price. It's just spot on. They did a great job with that. To find that information is hard. You know, you almost have to call, talk to them. I didn't know until I got there, and I try to get ahead of it as much as I can, just to give the person that I'm playing with a heads up, because typically they're riding, so we can get a price difference. And there really, with this course, there wasn't that price gouge that you typically see with courses when you walk them in comparison to ride them on a weekend. That was not the case here. They were fair to the price. Again, this was an incredible experience going out there. Hats off to the whole staff. As mentioned, they do not have a liquor license. They got a cart girl running around with waters, and if there's an event prior to that, there could potentially be alcohol and beer, or at least alcohol, a couple beers, that is complimentary. It's their way to give back to the members, and trying to get them in trouble or anything, because that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen on a golf course. It almost makes you feel like you were a local, you were coming through the town, and maybe like going back in time, and they're trying to bring you back, or you felt like a big shot. It felt like, wow, this channel might be taking off. But that's just everyone that plays there. That's why it's so important to go out there and support this family-owned golf course here, because I was impressed. Looking back, you typically get price gouged on the weekends. People are upset. They don't want to work. So, and that wasn't the case here. Everyone was fun, friendly, excited, and it wasn't packed. It wasn't packed, for a weekend. You didn't feel like you were getting pushed up on, or you were sneaking in more tee times than normal. That all plays a factor in my score. And that's why I think this is going to be higher than you think in comparison to the other golf courses. With the footage you're seeing, it looks nice. I think it looks a great golf course on footage. I think I got some great footage here that we could show to you. I would say it's about $70 to $75, the most expensive you'll play. And that's probably going to be subject to change. Purdy, I think he always wanted to keep cheap golf still within the range for the community, and that's something that they're doing here. And again, well done, Pebble Creek Golf Club. Now, when you pull the data and you look at in comparison to the other golf outlets, that might not be the case. As mentioned, I can't find it on Golf Now. If it was, I think it would be packed here. So hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Golf Pass has it only at a 3.7, but there's 11 reviews, so that's skewed. This is, I think, fair. When you look at Google, it is a 4.5 out of 200. Very good in comparison to other golf courses, just not that far, that are almost a star lower, and they might even be a better golf course. Clearly, they take care of the customers here, and I think that's a big difference in comparison to the other courses, and I think it's reflected in Google here. And I'm so glad when I looked that up to find that information, because it's just not me that experienced a good time, and it verifies this channel that, at the end of the day, we're just trying to provide you what this course is going to be like at its bad times. Maybe, and this is the good times here, I think. I think if you get out here as soon as you can for the price range, everything about it seems to be a great experience. Hopefully, you get out here, you play some golf. Maybe you're about an hour, 2 hours away. Philadelphia, New York, it's right in between. It's a good meeting point. If you got more money, play some of the nicer courses and Cold Snack, but that might not be the case. This is right up our alley here with the Parfest. We're trying to get onto these nicer courses. We're trying to get into just private golf courses and talk to the people there, but we haven't gotten there yet. But hopefully we keep chugging away, we swinging away at it, and you keep knocking on a tree, something's going to fall. The 9/11 Memorial, I think it kind of hits a chord with people. They want to go out there, they want to comment, they want to support their local golf courses. Maybe they just want to talk about the fun time they had here. You got Cold Snack Golf Club, not that far. Just played that one. That's a great one too. You got Hoppity Hill. We're trying to get onto that one. That's packed. It's as busy as it gets, it seems, out there. So hopefully we can sneak into that one too. This one feels like an old farm golf course. Hopefully this video provides you the necessary information to make a decision on if this course is going to be something that you want to go out and play, or maybe you work there and you don't know what's going on about a video being on your course and you're just watching it, which arguably might be the reason some people get this far in a video. What we're trying to do is just provide educational content, learn about golf courses along the way, and give us a true opinion of what we think this golf course is rated at the end of the day. I gotta stay true. I gotta stay true with this one, even though my experience here does play a factor, and I think would give it a better score. I think a 7.1 is good. It's fair. It's still very high, and the idea of rating these golf courses, my rating means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. The rating is your rating. I just provide information. I just make a decision. And one would say the metrics behind it could be argued and be skewed. If some of these golf courses say, hey, we want to take you out there and wine and dine you, yeah, you might start seeing 9s and 10s pop out of nowhere, but right now that's not the case. If you made it this far, please subscribe below. This is the Parfessor, and we're constantly playing golf at this point on the weekends, and hopefully we're out your neck of the woods. Let's play some golf.